Imagine having an extra $14,180 in your bank account at the end of the year. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if I told you that it's possible without having to get a salary increase or a second job? Do I have your attention now? Good. Now imagine this. You're standing in a store, your eyes locked on the latest smartphone, your heart pounding with desire. It's sleek, it's shiny, and it's calling your name. But then you remember something. You remember that you're on a journey to financial freedom, to a life unburdened by debt and unnecessary expenses. You remember that you're part of a revolution against the consumerist era that constantly tempts us to spend, and spend some more. Today, we're going to reveal 18 common money traps that could be costing you a whopping $14,180 a year. A year. That's right, by making some simple changes to your spending habits, you could save a significant amount of money each year. So, if you're ready to take the first step towards a more frugal lifestyle and potentially save thousands of dollars, then stick with me till the end, and all will be revealed. Let's dive right in with our first money trap: impulse purchases. We've all been there, haven't we? That moment when you're walking down the aisle of a store or scrolling through an online shopping site and something just catches your eye. It could be a flashy gadget, a trendy piece of clothing, or even a mouth-watering chocolate bar. You didn't plan on buying it, but suddenly you can't imagine leaving without it. Impulse purchases might seem harmless in the moment, but they can quickly add up and wreak havoc on your budget. They're like tiny leaks in a boat. One or two might not seem like a big deal, but before you know it, you're sinking. So how can you resist the siren call of impulse purchases? Here are a few tips that could help. Create a budget. Knowing exactly how much you can afford to spend each month can help you resist unnecessary purchases. Wait it out. If you see something you want but don't need, give it some time. Wait a day or two and see if you still want it. More often than not, the urge to buy will pass. Shop with a list. Whether you're grocery shopping or buying clothes, always shop with a list. If it's not on the list, don't buy it. Use cash. Swiping a card can make spending feel less real. Using cash can help you visualize exactly how much you're spending. Moving on to our second money trap, the allure of new. In our society, there's a certain prestige attached to owning new things. Whether it's the latest iPhone, a brand new car, or even a new piece of furniture, we're often led to believe that new equals better. But is that really the case? Let's take a page out of Warren Buffett's book. When Buffett had his first child, he didn't rush out to buy a brand new crib. Instead, he transformed an old dresser into a crib. When his second child came along, he borrowed a crib from a friend. Now, if one of the wealthiest men in the world sees no shame in reusing and borrowing, why should we? Before you buy something new, ask yourself, do I really need this? Is there something I can repurpose or borrow instead? You'd be surprised at how much you can save by choosing to reuse or borrow. Not only is it good for your wallet, but it's also good for the environment. Here are a few tips to help you embrace the new versus used debate. Buy second-hand. From clothes to electronics, there are plenty of high-quality, gently used items available for a fraction of the cost of new ones. Borrow or rent. If you need something for a short period of time, consider borrowing it from a friend or renting it. Repurpose. Before you throw something away, think about whether it can be repurposed. An old ladder can become a bookshelf. An old jar can become a vase. The possibilities are endless. Now let's turn our attention to the world of fashion, where our third money trap lies: overspending on clothes. It's easy to get swept up in the latest trends and the constant cycle of new collections. But here's a fun fact. Did you know that Warren Buffett gets his suits from a seamstress named Madame Lee? You've probably never heard of her, and that's the point. Buffett doesn't splurge on big-name brands for his wardrobe. He understands that clothes are meant to be worn, not flaunted as status symbols. Now, this doesn't mean you should never buy clothes that you love or that make you feel good, but it does mean being mindful of your clothing purchases. Here are a few tips to help you avoid overspending on clothes. Buy quality, not quantity. Instead of buying lots of cheap clothes that won't last, invest in fewer, high-quality items that will stand the test of time. Shop second-hand. You'd be amazed at the gems you can find in thrift stores or online resale platforms. It's better for your wallet and the environment. Avoid fast fashion. Fast fashion items are often poor quality and go out of style quickly. Instead, buy a wardrobe of timeless pieces that you can mix and match. Wait for sales. If you have your eye on a particular item, wait for it to go on sale. Patience can save you a lot of money. Next up on our list of money traps is one that might surprise you: spending too much on personal products. From skincare and makeup to perfume and grooming kits, the personal care industry is booming. But do we really need all these products? Let's take a look at Warren Buffett's approach. Despite his wealth, Buffett is known for his minimalistic lifestyle. He doesn't splurge on a myriad of personal products. In fact, he's over 90 years old and still going strong, proving that you don't need a bathroom cabinet overflowing with products to live a healthy and fulfilling life. If you find yourself spending a significant portion of your budget on personal products, it might be time to reassess. Here are a few tips to help you cut back. Identify essentials. Determine what products are essential for your daily routine and stick to those. You probably don't need 5 different types of moisturizer or 3 different aftershaves. Avoid impulse purchases. Just because a product is on sale or has fancy packaging doesn't mean you need it. Stick to your list of essentials. Do your research. Before buying a new product, do your research. Check reviews and compare prices to ensure you're getting the best value for your money. Use products fully before replacing. Resist the urge to buy new products before you fully use the ones you have. This not only saves money, but also reduces waste. Moving on to our 5th money trap: the hidden costs of junk food. Now, we all love to indulge in a bag of chips or a bar of chocolate every now and then, but have you ever stopped to consider how much these little indulgences are costing you? You might be thinking, but doesn't Warren Buffett eat at McDonald's every day? Yes, he does, but here's the difference. For Buffett, his McDonald's meal is often his main meal of the day. He's not adding it on top of a full day's worth of meals and snacks. Junk food not only adds to your grocery bill, but it can also lead to higher healthcare costs down the line due to obesity, diabetes, and other health issues. So how can you curb your junk food expenses? Here are a few tips. Plan your meals. By planning your meals for the week, you can avoid last-minute takeout orders and impulse buys at the grocery store. Cook at home. Cooking at home is not only cheaper than eating out, but it's also healthier. You can control the ingredients and portion sizes. Healthy snacks. Swap out chips and candy for healthier snacks like fruit, vegetables, and nuts. They're not only better for you, but they can also be cheaper, especially if you buy in season. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. It's okay to indulge in your favorite junk food occasionally, but make it a treat, not a daily habit. Now let's turn to our 6th money trap: dining out. After a long day of work, the last thing many of us want to do is cook. It's so much easier to grab a meal at a restaurant or order takeout. But have you ever stopped to consider how much this convenience is costing you? Let's break it down. If you spend $15 on a restaurant meal that you could make at home for $5, you're essentially paying an extra $10 for convenience. Now, imagine doing that several times a week. It adds up quickly, doesn't it? Now, this doesn't mean you should never eat out, but it does mean being mindful of how often you do it. Here are a few tips to help you save money on meals. Meal prep. Preparing meals in advance can save you a lot of time and money. Dedicate a few hours each week to cooking, and you'll have ready-to-eat meals for the rest of the week. Cook in bulk. Cooking in bulk is not only time efficient, but it's also cost effective. You can freeze the leftovers for future meals. Learn simple recipes. You don't need to be a gourmet chef to cook at home. There are plenty of simple, quick, and delicious recipes out there. Make a shopping list. Before you go grocery shopping, make a list of what you need. This will help you avoid impulse buys and unnecessary purchases. Let's now move on to our 7th money trap: drinking at bars. Now, there's nothing wrong with enjoying a night out with friends, but if you're regularly spending a significant portion of your budget on drinks at bars or restaurants, it might be time to reassess. Consider this. A drink that costs you $3 to make at home could easily cost $9 or more at a bar. That's a 200% markup. And let's not forget the additional costs like tips and taxi fares. Warren Buffett, despite his wealth, is known for his frugality when it comes to such expenses. He understands that the cost of drinking at bars can quickly add up and impact your financial goals. So, how can you enjoy a social life without breaking the bank? Here are a few tips. Pre-game at home. Consider having a few drinks at home before you go out. This way, you'll spend less at the bar. Set a budget. Decide how much you're willing to spend before you go out and stick to it. It's easy to get carried away once you're out having fun. Take advantage of happy hours. If you do decide to drink at a bar, try to go during happy hour when drinks are often discounted. Choose cheaper drinks. Opt for house wines or draft beers, which are usually cheaper than cocktails or premium drinks. Let's now tackle our 8th money trap, smoking. Now, this is a big one. Not only is smoking harmful to your health, but it's also a significant drain on your finances. Consider this. If you smoke a pack a day and each pack costs $15, you're spending over $5,000 a year on cigarettes. That's money that could be put towards your savings, your debt, or your financial goals. Warren Buffett, despite being alive during a time when smoking was much more commonplace, has never smoked a cigarette in his life. He understands the financial and health implications of this habit. Quitting smoking is no easy feat, but is one of the best things you can do for your health and your wallet. Here are a few tips to help you quit. Set a quit date. Choose a date to quit smoking and stick to it. Get support. Let your friends and family know that you're quitting. Their support can make a big difference. Stay active. Regular physical activity can help curb cravings and reduce withdrawal symptoms. Reward yourself. Use the money you save from not buying cigarettes to treat yourself to something special. Remember, being frugal is about making smart choices that align with your financial goals. So if you're a smoker, consider the cost of this habit and think about the potential savings of quitting. Moving on to our 9th money trap, unused gym memberships. As the new year rolls around, many of us make resolutions to get fit and join a gym. But how many of us actually stick to it? According to statistics, not many. An unused gym membership can cost you anywhere from $20 to $200 a month. That's money that's going down the drain. If you're not using your gym membership, it's time to cancel it. But cancelling your gym membership doesn't mean giving up on your fitness goals. There are plenty of cost-effective ways to stay fit. Here are a few tips. Work out at home. There are countless free workout videos online that you can do in the comfort of your own home. Outdoor activities. Activities like walking, running, hiking, or cycling are not only great for your health, but they're also free. Community classes. Check if your local community center offers free or low-cost fitness classes. Invest in a few key pieces of equipment. Buying a few key pieces of equipment, like dumbbells or a yoga mat, can be a one-time cost that allows you to work out at home. Let's now delve into our 10th money trap, neglecting savings and investments. It's easy to get caught up in the present and forget about the future. But here's the thing, the future is coming, whether we're ready for it or not. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, says that the best investment you can make is in yourself. This means not only investing in your knowledge and skills, but also in your financial future. If you're not regularly saving and investing a portion of your income, you're potentially missing out on the power of compound interest and the opportunity to build wealth over time. Here are a few tips to help you get started. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings or investment account each month. This way you're saving without even thinking about it. Diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across a variety of assets to reduce risk. Educate yourself. Learn as much as you can about personal finance and investing. There are plenty of free resources available online, including blogs, podcasts, and YouTube channels. Moving on to our 11th money trap, neglecting to invest in yourself. Now, this might not seem like a money trap in the traditional sense, but hear me out. The greatest asset you have isn't in your bank account, it's you, your skills, your knowledge, your potential. Warren Buffett once said, "The best investment you can make is in yourself." And he's absolutely right. The more you learn, the more you can earn. Whether it's reading personal finance books, taking online courses, or watching educational YouTube channels like ours, investing in your knowledge can have a huge payoff. Here are a few tips. Never stop learning. Whether it's through books, online courses, or webinars, strive to learn something new every day. Develop new skills. In today's fast-paced world, the more skills you have, the more valuable you are. Consider learning a new language, mastering a new software, or even picking up a new hobby. Network. Building relationships with others in your field can open up new opportunities for learning and growth. Take care of your health. A healthy body and mind are crucial for personal and financial success. Make sure to prioritize your physical and mental health. Remember, being frugal is about making smart choices that align with your financial goals. So invest in yourself. Your future self will thank you. Let's now tackle our 12th money trap, unused subscriptions. In the age of digital services, it's easy to sign up for a free trial and then forget about it, only to find out months later that you've been paying for a service you don't use. Whether it's a streaming service like Netflix or Hulu, a gym membership, or a magazine subscription, these costs can quickly add up. It's money that's being drained from your account each month for no benefit. Here are a few tips to help you manage them. Audit your subscriptions. Take a look at your bank statement and identify all your recurring subscriptions. You might be surprised at what you find. Evaluate your usage. Ask yourself how often you use each service. If you're not using a subscription regularly, it might be time to cancel it. Turn off auto-renew. By turning off auto-renew, you'll be prompted to manually renew each subscription. This can help you evaluate whether you still want the service. Share subscriptions. Some services, like streaming platforms, allow for multiple users. Consider sharing the cost with a friend or family member. Now let's dive into our 13th money trap, constantly upgrading gadgets. In today's tech-driven world, there's always a new gadget on the market. Whether it's the new iPhone, a new gaming console, or a high-tech home appliance, it's easy to get caught up in the hype and feel the need to upgrade. But here's the thing, technology is expensive, and the cost of constantly upgrading can quickly add up. Not to mention, it contributes to electronic waste, which is a growing environmental concern. Here are a few tips to help you manage your tech consumption. Wait it out. Just because a new gadget is released doesn't mean you need to buy it right away. Wait a few months and the price will likely drop. Buy used or refurbished. Used or refurbished gadgets can be just as good as new ones, but at a fraction of the cost. Take care of your gadgets. By taking good care of your gadgets, you can extend their lifespan and delay the need for an upgrade. Sell your old gadgets. If you do decide to upgrade, consider selling your old gadget to offset the cost of the new one. Frugality is about making smart choices that align with your financial goals. So the next time you're tempted to buy the latest gadget, consider the cost and think about whether it's truly worth it. Moving on to our 14th money trap, leasing new cars. The allure of driving a brand new car can be strong, but have you ever stopped to consider the financial implications? When you lease a car, you're essentially renting it. You're paying a monthly fee for the privilege of driving the car, but you don't actually own it. And at the end of the lease, you have nothing to show for all the money you've spent. Warren Buffett, despite his wealth, prefers to buy used cars. He understands that a car is a depreciating asset. It loses value over time. So why pay a premium for a new car when a used one can serve the same purpose? Before we dive into some tips on how to save money on cars, let's pause and recap on what we've discussed so far. Can you remember the money trap we discussed that involves neglecting savings and investments? Or how about the one related to unused subscriptions? Share your answers in the comments below. Now back to cars. Here are a few tips to help you save money. Buy used. Used cars are significantly cheaper than new ones and can be just as reliable if you do your research. Pay in cash. If possible, try to pay for your car in cash to avoid interest charges. Maintain your car. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your car and prevent costly repairs down the line. Shop around for insurance. Don't just accept the first insurance quote you get. Shop around to ensure you're getting the best deal. Let's now tackle our 15th money trap: high interest loans. These are often in the form of payday loans, credit card debt, or other forms of consumer debt that come with sky-high interest rates. These types of loans can seem like a quick fix when you're in a financial bind, but they can quickly lead to a cycle of debt. The high interest rates mean that you end up paying back much more than you borrowed, and if you're not careful, you can find yourself in a situation where you're constantly borrowing to pay off previous loans. Here are a few tips to help you avoid these types of debt traps. Build an emergency fund. Having some savings set aside for emergencies can help you avoid the need for high interest loans. Borrow responsibly. If you do need to borrow money, look for the lowest interest rate possible and make sure you understand the terms of the loan. Pay off high interest debt first. If you have multiple debts, focus on paying off the ones with the highest interest rates first. Seek help if needed. If you're struggling with debt, don't hesitate to seek help. There are many non-profit organizations that offer free credit counseling and can help you come up with a plan to manage your debt. Moving on to our 16th money trap: gambling. Now, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of fun and games, but when it comes to gambling, it's important to remember that the house always wins in the long run. Whether it's buying lottery tickets, playing poker, or betting on sports, gambling can quickly turn from a fun pastime into a serious financial problem. It's easy to get caught up in the thrill of potentially winning big, but the reality is that most people end up losing money. Before we dive into some tips on how to gamble responsibly, can you remember the money trap we discussed that involves high interest loans? Or how about the one related to leasing new cars? Share your answers in the comments below. Okay, back to gambling. Here are a few tips to help you gamble responsibly. Set a budget. Decide how much you're willing to lose before you start gambling and stick to it. Don't chase losses. If you're losing, don't keep gambling in an attempt to win back your money. This is how people end up losing more than they can afford. Treat it as entertainment, not a way to make money. Gambling should be viewed as a form of entertainment, not a way to make money. Know when to stop. If you find yourself unable to stop gambling, or if it's causing financial or emotional distress, it might be time to seek help. Now let's delve into our 17th money trap: debt from credit cards. Credit cards can be a useful financial tool when used responsibly. They can help build your credit score, provide fraud protection, and offer rewards. However, when not managed properly, they can lead to high interest debt and financial stress. The problem arises when you start to view your credit card as free money. It's not. It's a loan that you have to pay back, and if you don't pay your balance in full each month, you'll be charged interest, and credit card interest rates can be quite high. Here are a few tips to help you manage your credit card usage. Pay your balance in full each month. This is the best way to avoid interest charges and stay out of debt. Don't max out your credit card. Try to keep your credit utilization, the percentage of your credit limit you're using, below 30%. Use credit cards for convenience, not for credit. Use your credit card as a convenient payment method, not as a way to borrow money. Have a plan for paying off large purchases. If you need to make a large purchase that you can't pay off right away, have a plan for how you'll pay it off. Remember, being frugal is about making smart choices that align with your financial goals. So if you're using credit cards, make sure to do so responsibly. Do you remember at the start of the video when I promised to show you how to save a significant amount of money without needing a pay rise or a second job? Well, it's time to reveal how. Drum roll, please. I'll reveal them in the next video. Only joking. Don't click away yet. Here they are. Let's do a quick calculation. Have you ever wondered how much you could save in a year if you avoided these money traps? Suppose you cut down your impulse purchases by $50 a month, started buying used items and saved $100 a month, reduced your spending on clothes by $75 a month, cut down on personal products and saved $25 a month, reduced junk food expenses by $50 a month, cooked at home more often and saved $150 a month, cut down on bar expenses by $100 a month, quit smoking and saved $200 a month, cancelled your unused gym membership and saved $50 a month, started saving and investing $100 a month, cancelled unused subscriptions and saved $30 a month, stopped upgrading gadgets every year and saved $1,000 a year, bought a used car instead of leasing a new one and saved $200 a month, avoided high-interest loans and saved $100 a month, gambled responsibly and saved $50 a month, managed your credit card usage and saved $50 a month, found affordable housing and saved $200 a month. If you add up all these savings, you get a whopping $14,180 in a year. That's a significant amount of money that could go towards your savings, investments, or even a dream vacation. Every little bit counts when it comes to saving money. Even small changes in your spending habits can lead to big savings over time. So take a moment to reflect on your own spending habits and see where you can make changes. We hope this video has given you some food for thought and inspired you to take steps towards a more frugal lifestyle. Remember, being frugally rich isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making your money work for you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, Frugally Rich family, stay frugal, stay frugally rich.